We live in a distracted world that at times takes away the inner meaning of who we are. It takes us away from who we can be, and it doesn't allow us to take that time to learn about ourselves, to ask the questions that we need to ask ourselves, to unlearn the trauma, to unlearn the past issues that happened, and relearn what is more beneficial to our life. And it's these things that create more of a negative impact for our life and ultimately just leads to a lack of purpose in people's lives. Because when you don't have meaning, then you don't have purpose. And that's kind of what I found in the book that I read a few years ago, which is The Man's Search for Meaning, where he says the person who has a why is able to get through any how. But the problem is we're not able to find that why in our life. We're not taking that time to find that why. And when you don't take that time to figure that out, you're only allowing the external world to guide you, and it may take you to places you may not want to, or it may take you to places that you may think you want to go to, but then later realize it wasn't for you. And that's something that sometimes people realize later on in their life. They'll wake up one day and feel regret. They may feel like they wasted a lot of time. They may feel like they should have done some other path. So I wanted to make this video to hopefully maybe be that wake up call, maybe allow you to take that step for yourself so that you don't waste years down the line doing something that may not align with who you are. That doesn't mean that you don't want to explore and try different things. Sometimes it's through trial and error that you find out what you want to do. So there is that thing as well. But I think the next thing I want to go into is just the aspect of mindfulness and just being with yourself. I think that's what more people are finding, and I see that it's more of something that people are talking about, which is really good because mindfulness is something that allows us to get back into the present, not be anxious about the future, not be depressed about the past, and it creates that sense of stability in our life to allow us to be with ourselves, to sit with our thoughts, to observe our thoughts. And those are so important, I feel like. For myself as well, because I myself had moments where I struggled with this as well. And it took me going down this journey of sitting with myself, asking the questions, meditating, observing my thoughts. This is a constant journey that I'm on. And it's something that I'm really grateful that I took that step to go on because it made me be more aligned with who I am and know the steps that I needed to take. Because I feel like sometimes we want to, we're wondering about where we want to go, or trying to ask the questions about what we should do, but we usually seek external mentors, external information, and those can be beneficial. But sometimes the answer is just by sitting with ourselves and allowing the answer to come naturally. And I found that for myself. Sometimes it was just a matter of sitting by myself and allowing those answers to come. Then I knew that I knew where to go and which path to take. And it's these simple things that people have talked about for thousands of years and people have used for so long. And it's something that's so important for all of us. Why all these ancient practices are so important to bring back and continue to apply in our life. Because it's when we do those things that we gain more peace and more tranquility in our life. And we don't allow external turmoil, toxicity, and just the world to guide us in the wrong direction, because we know ourselves enough that we know that those things are not enough to guide us in a certain direction. They can't sway us because we know ourselves enough. People usually get swayed in the wrong direction when they don't know themselves enough, when they have not taken that time to know about their own identity. And that's when people get taken to places that they may never have thought they would have gone to. And that's the sad thing that I continue to find. I found that when I was working as a psych technician as well, I found constantly people who were struggling with this. And it's unfortunate. But it's important to listen to those stories, to allow those people to feel heard, because sometimes they're not given that opportunity to share their story. And sometimes people just have to go on their own path at their own time. Some people have gone through so much in their life, they may need more time, they may need more resources. So that's another important thing to realize as well. So I hope this video provided you with some insights. I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with, but hopefully it can provide you with that starting point to start asking those questions to yourself, to start learning about yourself, to start unlearning the trauma or unlearning the past negative experiences you've had in your life, so that you can live a better life for yourself. Share your comments about your own experiences, as I'm sure it can help someone else as well. And I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day.